Experimaker is a unique online experiment platform that's currently in the late stages of beta. Today, I'll be using the experiment in Davies et al. To showcase its major features. Let's start with a quick preview of the software. The GUI is absolutely core to Experimaker. You can make a change and see it instantly reflected in the view. That way, it's easier to keep track of what you're doing. Everything I show in this presentation can be recreated by going to experimaker.com/editor and using the files in the link on screen. Here's the presentation summary. First, I'll demonstrate what the final product should look like. Then, I'll run through the steps needed to create the experiment from scratch. Next, I'll explain those steps in further detail. Finally, I'll talk about some other things that you'll need to know in order to launch your first experiment on Experimaker. Let's have a quick preview of the experiment we're going to be making. This experiment was targeted at children aged 3 and 4.
Where is the box? Where are the dogs?
In every trial, 2 images and a sound are displayed. The child must select the image that best matches the sound. To avoid discouraging children, we play the same sound, regardless of whether the choice is correct or incorrect.
Where is the dub? Where is the gox? Well done!
We'll be creating this experiment from scratch, from a blank template. We'll start by creating the first block. Now that the images and sounds are added, we'll need to set the block ordering to fixed. Then we'll tell Experimaker what is the correct display order. Finally, let's test our work so far. It's really important to test frequently.
Where is the box? Where are the dogs? Where is the dub? Where is the gox?
Our first block is looking good, but it hasn't got any sound. Let's fix that. We can't go to the next trial immediately. We need to wait until the sound has finished playing. And we want to ignore any further clicks from the participant.
Where is the box? Where are the ducks? Where is the dup? Where is the gox?
That's a lot closer to the final product. Next, the well done screen. We'll add a new block, and just like before, we'll upload the stimuli.
Well done!
We've only got a quarter of the experiment complete, but in reality, we're almost done. All we need to do is copy the blocks we've already made and change the stimuli. All other settings will be copied over. We can follow the same process to create the third and fourth set of blocks. And then the experiment will be complete. Now, let's dive in a little deeper and analyze exactly what we were doing at each step of the way. The very first thing we did was to select the layout. Experimaker has a number of different layouts, and it's easy to switch between them. It's really easy for us to add new layouts, so please do tell us if the current ones aren't enough. Next is adding media. By default, when you upload a set of stimuli, Experimaker will automatically generate trials. The number of trials is derived from the number of stimuli. This video demonstrates automatic trial generation. 3 stimuli were uploaded, so 3 trials were created. Trial 1, Trial 2, Trial 3. Automatic trial generation is a great way to save time. But of course, sometimes you'll want to have full manual control, and that's no problem. You can specify all or some of the following options: number of trials, fixed order, and number of repeats. That gives you the freedom to specify exactly what to display, trial by trial. Now we're moving on to advanced features. Experimaker allows you to add different events depending on participants' actions. The timeline and event system replaces manual coding. The timeline on participant input acts like an if statement. The event play sound acts like a then statement. The result is that if the experiment receives input from the participant, then it plays a sound. There are a number of additional timelines currently included in Experimaker. For example, let's look at on correct and on incorrect. One use case would be to use a different sound in case of incorrect input, to let the participant know that they've made a mistake. Here's what that would look like.
Where is the box? Where are the ducks? Where is the dup? Where is the gox?
It's important to note that this system has been designed to be expandable. If you need a timeline or event that's not yet included, let us know. We'll add it in. In the future, we'll allow users to write and share their own timelines and events using Python. Next, let's look at the Go to Next trial event. It's a good example of a timed event. So far, we've only looked at events that happen exactly at the time of the trigger. For example, we wanted to play a sound immediately after we received input. But sometimes we want an event to happen a set time after the trigger. That's what time points are for. We create a time point at 1000 milliseconds to go to the next trial. That means after we receive participant input, we wait 1000 milliseconds and only then do we go to the next trial. And that gives your sound effect enough time to play. Finally, let's look at an advanced experiment using multiple timelines and events. In this experiment, a fixation cross is shown at 0 milliseconds, followed by 2 images at 1000 milliseconds and a dot at 2000 milliseconds. When the experiment receives input from the participant, it goes to the next trial. Throughout the presentation, I've emphasized testing your experiment at every step. Once you've finished, it's important to test via participant mode, not just in the editor. This shows you exactly what the participant will see and can be accessed by clicking the Test Run button in the footer. When you're ready, it's time to publish. From the user account screen, just click Publish and copy the generated URL to give to your participants. Experimaker is in constant development, and many new features are in the works. Let us know which features are most important to you. Thanks very much, and please don't hesitate to get in touch.